Hi. Happy New Year, everyone. And I think it's time that we go over the biggest game changers for bisexuals in 2017. And before I do, I'd like to let you know that this video is sponsored by my latest MMF bisexual romance, The Muse. More about that at the end of the video. Until then, let's get to these game changers for bisexuals for 2017. And you might be wondering, what game changers for bisexuals? There were so many. Let's start with movies. So let's look back to 2015. What movies featured bisexuals? Well, there was one movie that had major stars in it that got released in 2015. It didn't do very well, and they didn't say the word bisexual, but we had something. What happened in 2016? Well, 2016, we got another independent movie starring a major Hollywood actor. This time, they said the word bisexual. There was no representation of bisexual in the movie, like physically, but it was there, and it made okay money for an independent movie. What happened in 2017 was such a game changer. Money was made by movies with bisexual characters in it. And it wasn't just one independent movie. There were 3 major releases in 2017 that featured bisexual characters, and the movies made big money. Thor Ragnarok, bisexual character. Atomic Blonde, the main character was bisexual. And the Power Rangers, the yellow Power Rangers were bisexual. Why is this such a big game changer? Because previously, movies that starred bisexual characters didn't make money. In 2017, it was proved that a movie that featured bisexual characters could make just as much money as any other movie, telling Hollywood, you got a green light, baby, to make more movies featuring bisexual characters. Game changer. So let's talk about now television. So yes, in 2016 and 2017, we lost a number of shows that had multiple bisexual characters in it, and they are sad to see. But what did we get them replaced with in 2017? A plethora of TV shows that had bisexual characters in it. Leads, supporting characters, they were all over the place. But was that the game changer? No. That's fantastic. But that's not the game changer. The game changer is that we had, for the first time, multiple shows that said the word bisexual. Did you miss them? Well, here are a few.
Did you forget something?
No, I'm bi, ma'am. Bisexual.
I'm bisexual.
Jack, I'm bisexual.
So, you're bisexual.
If you're into labels.
That's mind-blowing. How long have bisexuals been asking for this? And in 2017, we got that. That's incredible. But more than that, not only did Hollywood find their voice with bisexuals, but we found our voice to tell Hollywood what we're looking for in our bisexual characters. How? The Bisexual Representation Awards. For the first time ever, we have an award show that we, the bisexual public, get to talk to Hollywood and let them know that we like what they're doing and that we will reward them if they keep doing what they are. The Bisexual Representation Awards, proud to say, sponsored by FluidBiDesign, a clothing company that designs clothing for bisexuals, which will be coming out in 2018. But the Bisexual Representation Awards was a game changer for bisexuality in 2017. But it wasn't just about the TV shows and movies that became game changers for 2017. No, it was about the celebrities that came out. And yes, you know, like usual, we had the usual amount of bisexual characters or actors that came out as bisexual. That on its own is like a game changer, because how many years prior to 3 years ago did we have like a handful or more of bisexuals coming out? Now in 2017, we could just assume that we will have a number of people who come out as bisexual, and we did. And that was great, but honestly, not the game changer. The game changer came in the story of Aaron Carter coming out. Some of you might know who he is, some of you might not. Aaron Carter became famous, first of all, because he was the brother of a guy from a boy band. Nick Carter was his brother. He was, at the time, 13 years old, and he released an album, and 2 of those songs became very popular amongst other 13-year-olds, specifically girls. So he became famous for that, and he rode that fame for a number of years. He would go and do concerts, and he would sell out, various stadiums. But as time went on, like they do for all young singers, he became less and less popular. He was still making his money, doing albums, and not doing albums, but doing concerts and stuff like that. But every year that went by, he would make less and less. So his career was very far into the decline. But what happened this year? This year, Aaron Carter turned 29 years old and was about to turn 30. And he decided that he was not going to be 30 years old and not authentic about who he was. So on Instagram, he released a statement that he was bisexual. What was the response to that? Aaron Carter suddenly started booking more gigs. At those gigs were more people showing up. His career started to take off again, not in spite of his coming out as bisexual, but because of it. And because he came out as bisexual, for the first time in about 13 years, Aaron Carter will be releasing an album. So because Aaron Carter came out as bisexual, his career was revitalized, and he has the ability to release another album. Previously, it was thought by celebrities that if they came out, it would ruin their career. And then they started having hope and saying, well, maybe if I come out, it'll just be like neutral to my career. Now with Aaron Carter, we know that if you come out, you have the chance of revitalizing your career. That is a game changer. And the thing is that we have more evidence than just Aaron Carter. So many of you might know Sarah Ramirez. Sarah Ramirez was an actress who played a bisexual character, one of the only bisexual characters on television, on network television, for 10 years. But for some reason, she waited for her to stop playing the character before she came out as bisexual. And she came out not just as bisexual, but as queer as well. And she began to embrace her bisexuality and to embrace her queerness. And I personally started watching going, geez, we had a lot of other celebrities whose career wasn't hurt by them coming out as bisexual, but she's coming out as bisexual and she's really queering herself up. How will this affect her career? And I pray to God that she works again. Did she work again? Absolutely. She was cast on the show Madam Secretary, not in spite of her coming out as bisexual and embracing her queerness, but because of it. She was cast as a queer character on Madam Secretary. So with Aaron Carter, we found that being bisexual can revitalize your career. With Sarah Ramirez, we found out that you can actually get work because you're bisexual and because you've embraced your authentic self. And with the Bisexual Representation Awards, Hollywood has learned that if they put bisexual characters in movies, they could be rewarded. These are all major game changers. But it wasn't just about movies and media and celebrities where we had game changers in 2017. So many of you might remember that there was a horrid little show that was on ABC earlier this year called The Real O'Neills. And why am I calling it a horrid little show? Any show that features the stars a bisexual character and they put words in it stars a gay character, and then the writers put words in that gay character's mouth that really disrespect and really degrade and are meant to hurt bisexuals. I think it's a horrid little show. So that's what happened with The Real O'Neills. The writers had the main character say or refer to bisexuals as being the worst. That's just despicable. And who was responsible for this? Was it the writers who wrote the words? Yes, but they're not responsible for it ending up on air. Is it ABC that's responsible for ending up on air? But they're not the main person responsible for letting it end up on air. Why? Because both of those groups hired an organization called PFLAG. PFLAG was a gay-run organization that was supposed to protect young gay people, and they say young bisexuals, and yet they got this script, read that horrid little statement in there, and said, hey, that's great. Put that on air. That's what we want representing gay people and bisexuals. Well, that's just despicable. And what do they do in response to that? Here's where it became a game changer. Because PFLAG, they could have like put up their walls and said, no, let's protect ourselves. We did a screw up, but let's double down. Let's just say that what we did was correct. No, what they said is they made a mistake. And more than that, they took action by hiring a new president of their organization. And who was the new president of that organization? It was the mother of bisexual children. How amazing is that? This major national organization that has been traditionally run by gay people and gay allies is now being run by the parent of bisexuals. That is a game changer because it's the first national organization that felt wise to put bisexual representation in a leadership position. Game changer in 2017. But yet, I've mentioned a lot of things, but none of these, in my opinion, was the biggest game changer of 2017. And what might that be? Well, that's something that happened last month in November of 2017 when the California Educational Board approved the first history and social studies textbooks that called out the accomplishments of bisexuals throughout history. So for the first time in history, in the history of man, in the history of women, in the history of Earth, there will be textbooks created where bisexuality is not only acknowledged, but the accomplishment of bisexuality, of bisexuals throughout history, will be taught to the next generation coming up. So this is a change that will happen with all youth in California, but it's only going to start in California, and soon it's going to spread around the United States, which means eventually it's going to spread around the world. I think that, folks, is the biggest game changer of 2017 because it will affect the way people view bisexuals for the rest of, well, of American history. So there you have it. What do you think was the biggest game changer for bisexuals in 2017? I'd love to know. Please let me know in the comment section below. And if you'd like to support this channel, to be honest, I was able to do the videos basically every week this year. But as time goes on, it gets harder and harder for me to take the time to do these videos with the clothing company, with Fluid Style Co., with the books, with all that stuff. I'm going to continue to try to do it. But if you'd like me to continue doing it, please, I need you to support the channel. You can do that by getting my MMF bisexual romance books on Amazon. My latest release is called The Muse, and it's getting great reviews. It's fun, it's funny, it's sexy. It's a great read, and it's only 99 cents. You can also support the channel by getting my bisexual t-shirts when they get back at Amazon. Amazon closed the shop for Christmas because they were scared about them not being able to, have enough machines to produce the orders, but they'll be back soon. And meanwhile, you can check them out on Teespring. All the links are below. You can check out my lapel pins on Amazon, and you can give this video a thumbs up and subscribe. I do many videos, as you know, on the bisexual topic. I release them on Sundays, and if you'd like to know when a new video comes out, you can click on the subscribe button, and then you can click on the bell. And by clicking on the bell, you'll be telling YouTube that you'd like to know when a new video comes out. Until the next video and the next year, stay cooler, my bisexual friends. Stay cooler. And please, check out my latest MMF bisexual romance release, The Muse. It's a fun read. Bye.